Episode 1. The Secret World of the Inanimati. An adventure can begin as innocently as a young child asking his mother, "Why are you putting the clean plates on the bottom of the stack in the cupboard?" "Because," she answers, "I want all the plates to have a chance to be used, and we just had these on the table. Now it's another plate's turn." The child persists. "Why do plates need to take turns?" "Because I don't want to hurt their feelings. You take turns at school, don't you? Our plates should too." This intrigues the child. "Why, Mummy? Do plates have feelings? I thought only people had feelings. And Kipling, our cat." The mother smiles and points to the cups on another shelf. All of the things in this world have secret lives that we don't see but should care about. The cups all want to be used. The plates all want to be put on the table. That is why they exist, and why I like to use each of them in turn so they can fulfill their purpose. "But Mummy, the dishes aren't really alive, are they? Secretly alive?" Here, the mother closes the cupboard door, but begins a story that will open a magical door of adventure for her child. "Come," she said, "I will tell you all about it as we get ready for bed." When all was ready and her child was under the covers with washed face and brushed teeth, she sat down and began to explain. "We think we know our world, that it is an understandable place where magic stays in stories and in real life stoplights do not bounce around like giant pogo sticks, or egg beaters can spin their blades so fast they can fly. But that would be fun, wouldn't it?" she asked. A quick nod of her child's head told her that would be very fun indeed. "Well," she continued, "you also learn in school how to tell right from wrong, but also what is possible and why, don't you? Bridges can't really walk, can they? Because they're not alive. Just imagining they could takes you into the fantasy world of the improbable and the impossible. But this is not at all the case, because not all life is as we know it. Animals and bugs and birds and fishes and plants and trees we all know are alive or animate, and everything else like a chair or a spoon or a tricycle is not, right? We call these things inanimate. It means they cannot move under their own will or have thoughts and ideas and dreams and feelings and emotions of their own. However, nothing could be further from the truth. Unimagined and unnoticed to us is another plane of life that is sharing our world. We humans are not the only actors on the stage. Completely different forms are sharing dreams of power and love, plotting and planning, supplying comedy and tragedy, providing lively existence to what we believe to be inanimate. Out of the stones and metals of the earth come personalities of great character, heroes surviving harrowing adventures, demonstrating courage and fortitude, protecting the unsuspecting plant and animal kingdoms from destruction. Theirs is the kingdom of the Inanimati, home to the Motivati, who are driven to fulfill the purpose given to them, and to the Superflui, who have lost theirs. This is the realm where the stone pillar and the metal rod go about their business with the same gestures, conversations, and mannerisms that their human counterparts might use, but with no acknowledgement of them either. The two worlds, that of the plant and animal living kingdom, and that of the stone, metal, and plastic object kingdom, coexist, but most of them have no idea the other world is real. Sometimes people see glimpses of things or beings they do not think should be and are told they are imagining things when they try to explain what they have seen. In the Inanimati world, on the other hand, it is the humans who are the stuff of myths and legends and are said to live behind an invisible wall that was erected eons ago. Only a few Inanimati know of the reality of the other set of Animati beings. That the triumphal arches guard the borders between worlds is taken for granted, and no one thinks about what guarding really means. When the universe was created, it was decreed that the Inanimati move in a dimension humans do not perceive, their projections forever destined to be statues of usefulness in our world. The division brought harmony and balance to nature, each being participating and contributing to the realm of consciousness in which he was created. The Inanimati existed long before the humans appeared, but they cannot make new things, only allow themselves to be transformed as they mature towards their grand purpose. Their survival has been thanks to their basic rugged strengths and enduring positive outlook, and most importantly, their desire to cooperate to fulfill their purpose. In one corner at the edge of the city lived a small triumphal arch known as Arky Arch. He went to school with the other young inanimati to learn the lessons he would need to know when he grows up. But inanimati do not grow up like humans do. Some, like Arky, do become much larger and stronger, but others change more dramatically. A young mechanisti is a small mechanical device, but as it matures it becomes a more complicated type of machine, not just a bigger one. For example, Arky's friends the Cog brothers dream of growing up to become a powerful engine. Just like you, they don't know what they will be when they are older. For inanimati children, growing up can bring dramatic changes as they become oriented towards the purpose that they must fulfill. Purpose is what motivates all inanimati, just like collaboration is the means by which they accomplish tasks and get things done. They don't have hands to hold each other, so they must cooperate to work together. They like to help because they feel purposeful when they do. The inanimati are a patient and solid species, happy to be useful and helpful in their own world without questioning what lies beyond the borders of reality that the triumphal arches guard. Yet, within their ranks were those who knew of the dual worlds and resented the wild, free ways of the animals with their ability to make and the eternal changing of the growing plants. An evil grew in their hearts, and from the great family of Architectus Gothicus came forth one who desired to dominate all forms of life, both animati and inanimati, if the key to crossing the void of consciousness that separates the two could be found. Golgothicus he was called, an enormous pointed arch of towering stone, rising higher than all other Gothic peaks, buttressed by his helper minions and endowed with the greatest glass rosone ever seen. Here the mother stopped because she saw her child had far too many questions for one good-night story. "We will continue tomorrow," she said, tucking in the covers. "If you are good and go to bed without a fuss," she added. "Yes, please, Mummy," came the sleepy reply. "What's a funny name, Arky Arch? Does he have friends?" came the question with a yawn. "Of course he does. A little girl tower named Ivy and an egg beater named Beater are his best friends." "Peter, I like that. What is Peter again?" "Good night," came the reply with a kiss on the forehead. "All in good time." And she turned out the light and closed the door.